And I'm streaming on YouTube. Do you think I give a f being recorded? I'm live on YouTube. Figure it out a little bit. You know this is being recorded, right? Suck a little dick then at a later date since it's being recorded.
This channel does not promote or encourage any illegal activities. All contents provided by this channel is meant for educational purpose only.
The problem is because a lot of y'all are desensitizing that PDF shit because y'all keep trolling with it.
Okay, I don't think, okay, let me say this, right? Zay is not a PDF, okay? Zay is not a PDF. Zay is not a PDF, okay? Zay is not a PDF. A PDF is an adult that is attracted to minors. And when I say minors, I mean prepubescent children, okay? We'll do it real scientifical, right? The DSM. I'm pretty sure that is in the DSM. We'll read directly from the DSM because because people were saying that I got brought up on that panel, and I don't appreciate that. Essential features of disorder. The patient is sexually aroused by prepubescent children and has acted on the urge or feels distress in interpersonal impairment at the idea. I'm going to read it again, okay? The patient is sexually aroused by prepubescent children and has the act to urge, so meaning they want to do something with children. They have the urge to act on it, okay? Or they feel distress because of it, okay? Pubescent. Now, it says the fine print, the D's, the duration, it has to be at least 6 months of these. The demographics, the patient must be at least 16 years old, meaning the person who has these thoughts has to be at least 16, and the person that they have the feelings towards has to be at least 5 years younger than them. So, Zaya was over the age of 18, and the person was at least 5 years younger than them, but the person was pubescent. So that would not make Zaya a PDF. She was not prepubescent. Pedophilia refers to pubescent, before puberty. Now, there are other terms, okay? There are other terms. Ephilia, hephilia, okay? I don't know if those are in here. I'm gonna look. I don't know, because I don't even know how to spell it, but I will look it up and I'll explain it to you. No, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest, so. Ephilia is, okay. It's hepophile, okay, so hepophile and epiphiable. How do you say it? Epiphiile? Epiphiile, right? If you want to label Zaya as anything, he would fall into the category of epiphiile, okay? Okay, and I'll read you the definition of epiphilia. Okay, epiphilia, the primary sexual interest in mid to late adolescence, generally ages 15 to 18. Okay, I'll say it again. Epiphilia is primarily sexual interest in mid to late adolescence, generally 15 to 18. Okay. So if you want to label Zaya anything, you can label him an ephiile, okay? A ephiile is somebody who messes with children, prepubescent, kids, under the age of 12 usually, okay? These are, and I've said this for a long fucking time, and people keep on fucking thinking that, like, these are psychological terms. These are psychological terms. These are psychiatric terms. These are used in the DSM. Could you stop misusing them? Because when you misuse a word like pedophile, guess what? It takes away from the severity. And I was just talking about this with the whole friggin' 8-passenger shit. When you start labeling people these super egregious fucking names, you destigmatize, or not even destigmatize, you take away the severity of those words, of their meanings. Now, we've said this is, okay, so I said personally, I can't talk about what Zaya did because I did it. And someone was like, oh my God, you dated a 16-year-old? And I said, ew, no, I did not date a 16-year-old. I said, I was the 16-year-old. I wasn't 16 though. When I was 18 and 19, I dated a lot like men that were a lot older than me. And then I had somebody hit me up privately, of course, and was like, yo, why are you putting yourself in the category of Zaya? And listen, I like Zaya. I'm not saying anything bad about Zaya. I like Zaya. I'm not saying anything bad about Zaya. Do I have a moral issue necessarily with us, an 18-year-old and a 29-year-old? Yeah, I do. I have a moral issue with it. I wouldn't want my 16-year-old or an 18-year-old with a 29-year-old. I wouldn't. It's a moral issue. Now, I was coming from it the standpoint like, well, when I was 18 and 19, when I was 19 years old, I dated someone who was 35. Right? And I was like, well, how can I judge somebody when I did the same thing? It's not really the same thing because the way that it was put to me was like, a lot of people would look at you as the child in that situation. So you were a victim. I wouldn't categorize myself as a victim, but I would say that it was, looking back, it was gross. It was a little bit gross that I was 19 years old with a grown man. A big part of that relationship was drugs. Not drugs, but this was like when I was first starting to get into selling pills. I wasn't doing them, but I was selling them. And the way that I met the person that I was dating was he was the plug. So I was like, well, I can make even more money. And I just combined everything. And it was just bad situation. When I was in my early 20s, about 22, I dated another man who was 38. Looking back, gross. And it keeps going because there was another, I also dated a man when I was 25 and he was 39. So I've dated extremely like on a couple of different occasions. I dated men that were a lot older than me. Now, when I was 25 and I was dating the dude that was like almost 40, that relationship made me like, ew, this is like a creepy old dude. Because we didn't, like, the only reason why I feel like I dated that person is because we were in like a facility together. Like we were thrown in, like I dated him in rehab, right? So like we were like put in a facility together and it was just bad, right? So, now, would I allow my daughter at 16 to 18 to date somebody that was 29 to 32? No, I wouldn't. Especially in psychology, like you learn, like somebody said, your brain is not fully developed until you're 25 years old. These are facts. Like these aren't like, oh, maybe. No, it's a fact. Your brain is not, you don't have the capacity of a fully functioned human and an adult until you're 25 years old. I personally think that the age of consent should be raised. I think that the drinking age should be raised. I think that the voting age, the age to get credit cards, I feel like all of that should be raised, right? But could we stop labeling people things that they're not? Zaya's not a PDF. He's not a PDF. He didn't do anything close to pedophilia. Okay, he didn't do anything close to it. If you want to label him anything, it would be ebophilia. It would be ebophile, okay? It would be an ebophile, and that is an adult who is attracted to teenagers, essentially, 15 to 18. And I'm not even saying that he's definitely that, but I know that he has said that if they're 18, he's down with it. And then there's another aspect of it, right? And this is like another psychological aspect, right? Men are attracted to what's young, right? And the reason why men are attracted to what's young and beautiful, is because men's nature is to sow their seed and be fruitful, right? It's in a man's nature to sow their seed, to procreate, to do all that, right? It's in a man's nature. So men tend to be attracted to youth and beauty, right? Women are attracted to success and safety, right? Women, in my opinion, that's what I feel. Women are attracted to success and safety. Women want a strong, successful man who could protect and provide for them. Men want a young, beautiful woman who could make them babies. So a lot of men, see a young, beautiful woman and they don't care the age. They just see young and beautiful, and that's what they're attracted to, right? I don't know the ins and outs of the relationship between Zaya and Katie, and none of us do. None of us do, right? Now, I get it from both sides. I understand it from Zaya's perspective, and I understand it from Gamble's perspective. I don't appreciate that Pebs is out here because she's in some bullshit trying to throw me into it, like, oh, Controlla, your girl Controlla said she wanted to suck Zaya's dick. Pebs, why did I say I wanted to suck Zaya's dick? To piss you off. Like, you are fucking Zaya. Like, are you seriously trying to throw me under the bus to get Gamble to come at me? I don't talk to Gamble. I'm not in the DX server. I don't talk to Gamble. I have a level of respect for Gamble and DX, and I've said that. The more that you weirdos try to get Gamble to come at me, I think the more it makes him look at you funny. Why would Gamble come for me? Huh? I'm asking, and that's a serious question to literally anyone. Am I a PDF? No. Is there any abuse or neglect of children around me? No, as much as you try to pretend that there is, there actually isn't. So, again, I'm going to ask, why the F why would Gamble come for me? Tick tock. Super duper fupa chalupa.